Hi guys, this is a video for intermediate speaking for week 12. So you guys have finished your individual presentations. Yay! Awesome. So we are preparing for the last few weeks of class. Now, there has been a change in the university about the last week of class, and I don't know if we will have a face-to-face final class. Maybe we will. So we are going to change the schedule a little bit. Maybe you already saw in the announcements that we are talking about the schedule for the last week. We will have group presentations on the last week of class. So you will have your listening test online during week 14, you will see your listening test online. So the group presentations will be together, maybe face-to-face, I hope so, during the last week of class. So let's get started on chapter 8, and we will talk about how you can maybe use these topics for your group presentation topics during this time. You will watch another video to explain about your group presentations. I will make a group presentations video, but this one is just about chapter 8. Okay, so let's get started with your textbook. And you can see this is the chapter 8. It is titled Breakthroughs. Breakthroughs. And what is this? This is a fingerprint, a close-up of a fingerprint in a crime lab. So crime is like bad guys, like who killed the man or who took the money from the bank. So the police can find some information with the fingerprints. Oh, you were in the house. Maybe you are the bad guy, right? So this is a breakthrough. This is a kind of new technology. So let's talk about these definitions. I've got a PowerPoint where we can talk about the chapter's definitions. So let's get started with the PowerPoint here. Ooh, come on, full screen. Oh no, full screen. Yeah. Okay. So breakthroughs. What is a breakthrough? You can see this is a wall, and the guy goes through the wall onto some new place. So a breakthrough is a new discovery or some new technology or information that changes our lives. So before, we were living in this black world, and then this new technology came and we went through the wall into a new world. Okay, so what are some past breakthroughs? What are some past things that changed our lives when they came? The internet is a big one. So maybe you guys always had the internet, right? When I was in elementary school and middle school, there was no internet. We didn't have smartphones, we didn't have the internet. When I was in middle school, the internet was discovered, and people started to go online for the first time. So before that, we only had phone calls, and we just didn't have all of the information. If we wanted some information, we should go to the library. So yeah, the internet was a very big change in all of our lives. A huge change for humanity. Maybe walking on the moon was a past breakthrough. Or antibiotics, soap. Because before antibiotics, many people got sick and died from infections. So this statistic says the doubling of our lifespan in the 20th century has been aided by the use of antibiotics. This means people now live 2 times as long on average. So right now, I think people live until about 75 or 80 years old, and then usually after 80 years old, people die Before antibiotics, you could only live to 40 years. Most people died around 40 years old. And now we have 2 times the life. So antibiotics made the world very different because there are a lot more people and we have older people. Can you think of any more? So one of your group presentation topics is to talk about past breakthroughs and how they have changed our lives. So you can think of anything. You can say smartphones. Before smartphones, people had the internet, but we always used a computer. We didn't have the internet always in my pocket to help me anytime, anywhere. We didn't have mobile data. Only the internet could use a cord to the wall. So maybe that's one. Or the telephone. Before the telephone, everybody wrote a letter to talk to somebody who is not next to you. So a telephone was a huge invention. Or electricity, right? Before electricity, everybody used a candle or fire for light. And things were very different. Maybe for Korean people, Hangul. Before Hangul, not many people could read or write. But after King Sejong made Hangul, then the everyday people can learn how to read and become more smart. So there are a lot of kind of breakthrough technologies. It just is something that changed people's lives. A new technology that changed people's lives. Okay, so you can think of many kind of past breakthroughs and talk about this for your group presentation. So another thing is, what do you think will be the next breakthrough? This is the future, right? Maybe this is people living on another planet like Mars, with everything in the dome, or a flying car, maybe. I don't know. What do you think will be the next breakthrough? So this is another topic you can choose for your presentations. You can do past or you can do future. So it's up to you guys which side you want to do if you're doing the chapter 8 for your group presentation. So let's look at some new vocabulary from chapter 8 before we get started. Copy. I think you know this. Copy and paste. It means make another one that is the same. Make another one that is the same. Copy. Expensive. Again, I think you know this one. It means it costs a lot of money. The price is high. Expensive. Machine. Something that is not alive and it does work. It does some work. A machine. Control. Control means have power. You decide what happens. So you can control the volume, turn up the volume or turn down the volume, right? Volume control. So control means I choose, I can make something happen. I have control or I control. It can be a noun, I have control, the control is mine, or it can be a verb. I will control you. I will make you do something. Okay? Noun or verb. Latest. The latest technology. The latest discovery. It means the most new. What was just discovered. Okay? And it's always changing. Maybe today there is something, but tomorrow there is something new. And the next day there is something more new. And next week, there is something more new. Okay, so it's always changing. What is the latest means what was the most new thing. What was just discovered today or yesterday. Okay, so then become. This is a verb and it means to turn into. It means you are not now, but you will be. So when I think of this, I think of a butterfly. A caterpillar, right, this bug, a caterpillar will change and it will become a butterfly. But right now it is a caterpillar. Okay, it will change and it will be a butterfly next. So become means changing into something else. Okay, and it's future. I will change in the future and be something else. Okay, so right now I am 37. Next year I will become 38 years old. Okay, it means change and be something different later. Okay, and several. I have several pencils. Okay, so several means more than one, more than two. If I want to say one, I say a. If I want to say two, I say a couple. Several is more than one or two. So how many ducks are the baby ducks? How many are the ducklings? I don't know. Several. More than one or two. Not 100, but more than one or two. Okay, just some. More than one or two. Exist. This is a verb. To be real. And you can see I have aliens and spaceship here because many people think about, do aliens exist? Are aliens real? Okay, exist. Do they exist? Does it exist? Is it real? Okay, so let's do a memory check. Can you remember? Not alive. It does work. What is it? Machine. Machine. Several. Several. Sounds like seven. Several. Costs a lot of money. Not cheap. It is expensive. Copy. Copy. Exist. It sounds kind of like exit. Exist. Okay? Exist. So exit has, the E is power. Exit. But exist, this part is power. Exist. Okay? Exist. Do aliens exist? I don't think aliens exist. Okay. The most new, what was just discovered. The latest discovery, the latest technology. Turn into. You are not now, but you will be. The caterpillar becomes butterfly. Become. Have power. You decide what happens. You control. You control what happens. Okay, so that is the end. Our video is now about 15 minutes long, so I will stop the video here and I will do part 2 for the textbook work, okay? Thank you for watching, you guys. I'll see you soon in part 2.